hold on. There we go. Let's see if it's going... Okay. Yeah. Did it cut out for a moment there? Oh, I wasn't the one who left chat. It seems Screw was. Uh, Here, I'll send it... Yeah, yeah. What's funny is I live just up the street from the nearest bar. Okay. Let's see if it's going to... Yep, it gave it the name. This time, fucking Twitch. I don't know if it'll catch y'all's voices on it, but yeah, I'm doing this to amuse myself partially. Hopefully, it doesn't catch y'all's. Yeah, Veilguard. I'm not going to call it Dragon Age Veilguard every damn time, you know. But I've also played Dragon Age Origins, which was... It's aged. But, yeah. To be fair, most of the stories are pretty well self-contained. You don't have to play the prior games to understand what's going on in the current one. That's the one thing I can appreciate. Like, they're all set in the same universe, and they're all set in the same 100 years. But that's all you're getting there. Yeah, completely. You do not have the same protag in any game. Just like Dark Souls. Oh, yeah. Elder Scrolls spans a much more epic time frame there, though. I won't send it too many places. I rarely stream twice in one day. I will send it to one of my friends, though, because she tends to pop by here and there. Right. Crikey. Okay, here we go. Huh? I mean, it's possible, but it's set up... Its ending was set up in such a way... Because I just beat it on last stream. God, my character looks so derpy.
Hello again. Who are you?
Yeah, this is a different playthrough.
I go where I am needed, dweller. Now,
Because I beat it on my other one.
and where is here? The crossroads.
This is in the very beginning of the game, comparably. The other one was... Yeah. Like, the thing that had me grumbling about the whole right-wing bullshit was,
Can you help
oh,
us?
it's what, I mean,
This is no place to get lost.
people ascribe to... Yeah. It's what refers to the people who ascribe to the really hardcore or more Republican beliefs of only two genders. Yeah.
The crossroads is in a time of need, dweller. I
Mhm.
cannot protect you. You don't have to. If you're standing against the gods, then consider us reinforcements.
Yeah. And when they're constantly screaming about all this forced diversity shit, yeah, that kind of mentality. That's what I'm talking about when I say right wing, because in American politics, you know. And the thing is, there's a character that has an identity crisis, goes through, realizes they're non-binary, and that's actually a core part of their character arc. Discovering who the fuck they are. Figuring out who the fuck they are. So every time I hear people rant about that particular shit and the whole gender politics, no, it's more about identity crisis, first and foremost. Maybe if you'd actually watch a playthrough of the game.
I have summoned the guardians of the crossroads to protect them.
Exactly, and that's why I honestly that's why I call those people outrage addicted morons. I have much nastier things to call them, but for the sake of posterity and not getting hit by bans, I cannot say all of the things on my mind. Most of it is, however, I will say, because people have begun to use one of my own mental ailments in place of retarded for the same reason. Like, they just use them in the same way. I am autistic. I have no problems admitting to that. I have lived my life with that diagnosis. Oh, hell no. Nope. Not today, motherfucker! I'm trying to build up to the drop kick. Right. There we are. Watch this. See that guy? See that guy right there? Kadunk! That always amuses me. Like, look at it. That thing is twice this guy's size. But who's the one who got sent flying? It did follow the whole poise break execute thing that more modern games are using. Got a double. Haha. I have a shield too, bitch. Come on. Try me. And of course there's one of you guys. That was Squishy Mage. You can see why I have my entertainment here, yes?
The gods' blight and blood magic has sealed the way. Only their champion may open it. The champion?
Wait, did it cut out again?
Challenge the champion and claim its essence. This path will open to you.
Let's see. Crap. Welcome back. But you just missed it. I drop kicked 2 guys at once. Hold up. More bodies! Yes, with the dwarf. Like, hold on. I might be able to get at least one of these guys if I manage my aggro correctly. Or both of them. You saw that, right? It probably is. Oi. Shit. Well, that stings. Let's see. And 1, 2, and of course I miss. Yeah, no. Like, that's one of the funniest parts about the game, and there's actually an achievement. Right, I keep forgetting this game doesn't have a dedicated... I keep forgetting that this game does not have a dedicated closer button. A lot of the more traditional games these days, or a lot of modern games these days, have some kind of built-in closing attack. Something to make distance. They typically tie it to attack and basic, or to basic attack and jump at the same time nowadays. Let's see, let's just get that back in order. There we go. I knew this minor puzzle was here because, well, you'd think I'd beat the game without exploring every nook and cranny. But yeah, there's jumps, there's actual jumping attacks, there's plunging attacks, there's the whole 9 yards of what many people just consider standardized attacks these days. I think that's a small enough ball that, yep, no damage. There's an achievement for knocking enemies off a cliff for lethal, but it's easiest to do, obviously, as a warrior. I don't achievement hunt. Huh? Yeah, or to find the weird, stupid, goofy shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's this? It looks like an
Yeah.
entryway.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Is that
Kingdom Hearts 3 is especially brutal about it, but fuck, it's satisfying.
the guards really
I'm,
about?
Well, it's
yeah,
Remember our mission.
I finished it on normal and hunted down every last lucky emblem.
Perfectly to plan. But the wolf smuggled in help.
Yeah, because that.
If you confront
Oh, you also have to do it if you want Oathkeeper and Oblivion. I did not get the DLC, no.
it's
free. We'll move faster if we split up. See you ahead.
Blight. Be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Somehow it's even more revolting.
These are more than just
Oh.
monsters. Fight.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I get you. I get you. The issue here is that these guys are actually too squishy. And then there's those guys. For my build to operate at full power, I need less squishy enemies. Like, I need... Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. Is there another Blight pool anywhere around here? Those guys are just ghouls. They're standard dark spawn. The most cannon fodder of cannon fodder. Right, good potion. Anyways. Yeah, no, like, KH3, I got to, I want to say, the second world. No, not second, third? Somewhere around there on my crit mode playthrough before I put the game down for a while, and I just haven't, honestly, I just haven't bothered to look through my shit again to find it and continue it. Sweet. It's hard to keep up with everything.
You came for us. Your key was enough.
This unnatural corruption demanded my personal attention. It is
I have the first FF7.
I had planned. We will need another way to the
I'm not going to drip by it. I'm not going to trickle
I will destroy
for
what
that.
corruption I can. You must cut through these monstrosities before Gillen
The first FF,
something worse.
the first FF7 remake is the only one I own presently, and that's just because of the fact that, frankly, it's a mix of money and just all the other shit. It's, as I tend to bluntly state to people whenever they get pissed off that I don't want to engage in extra plans, I pretty typically, as of the last 2.5 years, get maybe a single day a month to myself. You really think I have enough time to do a bunch of shit? Like, the time I have now is, like, this month is the most time I've had to myself, but I'm not counting last month for obvious reasons, you know. Like, it just kind of, it's a matter of time and money, especially, because American healthcare is dog shit. And I get to say that, having worked it, having lived it. At the end of the day, that's actually one of the biggest reasons I'm always angry. Because of just how bad the healthcare actually is. Yeah, think about it like this. Because I had to have an ultrasound done on my thyroid, or specifically on my neck for my thyroid, to rule it out as the cause of certain issues, I am back at $2,000 in hospital debt. 60. They don't. It is illegal, but to charge any extra beyond the initial payment plan, unless circumstances demand it. No, it's a 3-year payment plan, at least with my provider. But, you know, as cold as it is, a cold comfort is still a comfort. That's how I have to view this. Shit. Oh, hell no! Come here, you little shits! I hate these guys in particular because they... That, right there. Cook! Can I get a takedown? No. What the Sam hell even got me there? Keep chucking bombs, I'll keep chucking shields. Bastards. And yeah, no, it really is disgusting just how bad it gets. Like, I just have... Honestly, sometimes it feels like I have every reason to be angry about it because an issue that should have killed me twice over didn't. And it was only through luck. What killed me twice over is simply because I was operating at a level that the human body is not meant to operate at for several years. Most people burn out within a couple months if they're lucky. Because the issue with hyperthyroidism, which is the starting phase of one of the issues I was faced with, is... Crap. Anyways. Oi! Fine. All of you get cooked. Swords rain from the skies. God. Oh, I see now. Those guys have a dedicated melee attack with those bombs. Not here, not like this, not to freaking day. Right. Sunder into Icebreaker. Oh, there was still one of these shitheads alive. Hey, yo. There we go. And now I have a one-time invuln.
You would unleash a blight on this world and
Hey.
call it a masterwork. You, who are the most sensitive of us.
All that I am belongs to the pursuit of creation. You
Could just
chose
be
to
the mic
restrain
quality.
I must climb to the heights only understood by gods.
To be fair, I've never heard your voice before myself, so.
You are greater than any of them.
Hmm.
Please help me.
I'm streaming. Yeah. I'm just nattering and being a manic. Mm-hmm.
He's too afraid of the blight to do anything but end her pain.
I am so sorry I failed you. There is only one way I can help you now.
Yeah.
This place and the corruption within
Yeah.
it must be
Social.
eradicated. No trace can be
Yeah.
allowed to spread. Go. Your work here is done. There is no need for you to witness what I must do.
Okay. Yeah, basically. Hey, look, it's this crap heap of a dungeon again.
Blight that was here.
Hey,
I'm sure he's seen some greater good. The people in his way to get there.
Mm-hmm. God.
Not as much. This
One thing I will...
tell us more.
Hmm? That's fair. Right, I forgot that's how this area is set up. Okay. Whole lot of fucking nothing. Oof. Oh, wait. I can believe it. Jigga whales. The power of the Jigga whale. I can believe it just... Hmm.
The Guardians can't hold them off for long.
Hmm. Yeah, no. That...
Is there something inside it?
Yeah, the Cinderella's event. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a shame that I had to uninstall from my PC due to it just facing end-of-life bloat. And I'm even more annoyed because of how many of these games I had to drop, man. I just had to drop Memento Mori because it was taking up too much space on my phone. It's because of Azure Lane's most recent update, actually. It basically... Azure Lane is presently 21 gigabytes of data. The private dorms, the 3D dorm, that takes up a lot of space. All the assets, the L2D, the fact that it's in a 3D setting and not a 2D as well, combined with that. Really, most of it's programmer mumbo jumbo. I kind of understand because I know how weighty assets can get, but it still sucks, and I kind of just have to hope it reaches some kind of secondary client. Ah, shit. Ah, yes, game, you're going to tell me to engage with the mechanic, and then just completely shit-stomp me for trying to engage with the mechanic. Oof, I did that to myself. You know what? Fuck it. You know, I've never used that particular ability before.
Look, it left something behind.
That's the essence we need.
Yeah.
Hope I don't have to carry it for too long.
Yeah. yeah, basically, it's a lot more niche, especially due to the mecha aspect, I think, because it's still not as popular as other mecha series either. Like I've heard of it, and even I've heard of it, but you know, hmm. But to be fair, I also haven't watched anything in like 6 years.
So will you.
Hmm.
That's a
We got a Red Hood skin too.
intact. I wonder where they lead.
Her fancy, she got a party dress, I think, that's as or almost as lewd as St. Louis is from freaking luxurious dress. All right. Uh, oh yeah, her skin got her skin was also super lewd. Because if you go by at least the American standard, where if it's considered a T game, they are pushing and towing the line right there. Like they are genuinely towing the absolute edge of that line. Right, I have to go all the way over here. That's right. Oh, but I have. Okay, hold up. Yeah, no, I have to go up this way because I want to minimize the extra skill points. Hmm? Hmm. Okay. Okay, yeah, I don't use training rush. I much prefer heavy travel. Okay. Fuck it, we deal with the funny ones. Mm-hmm. For a full-priced game,
Treviso, one of the finest
I mean,
cities in Anti.
I don't get to I don't get to say anything. I'm a Warframe player. For a deluxe edition of a game, you can own this Prime Warframe and every gun that came out with it. I sound like I'm joking and exaggerating, but it's $80 for the mid-tier version of the bundle. 40 for the accessories, 80 for that, 40 to 60 for the accessories, 80 for the frame and the equipment that came out with them, including pets and guns, and then 120 to 140 for the full complete edition of the bundle. And it's always been that way for a Prime Access bundle. For a deluxe edition bundle, oh, yeah, because it was a huge flop. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. It was something that was viewed as just them shitting all over the fans, I think, or something like that. I I don't pay much attention to the drama anymore. Too many fan bases are and too many player bases are addicted to outrage because they'd rather let they're like mankeys and primates in Pokemon. You piss off one, the one screams, the entire rest of the group starts screaming with them and they start raging all over. I know, right? Like one of my friends brought it to my attention that yeah, no, the Star Rail player base is starting that shit again, or the Impact Third and Star Rail player bases are starting their shit again. Okay, this time I actually do have to pause it. I need to start cooking. I will be back in a while. I'm going to mute my mic for the time being. Hmm. Oh, trust me, I'm going to be in there for like probably 40 minutes to an hour. Average cooking time for me. Just about. Oh, son of a. Okay. Oh, it was lunch for my group. Uh, and okay, they're hollering at the dog. And meh, I got tired of cooking for the time being. I mean, you try making 4 sandwiches while monitoring the stove for soup back to back. Oh, and because of how I make grilled cheese, that means chucking the bread in the toaster first, then then chucking it in the skillet. There's a reason I don't. I also got a reminder why I don't cook for myself often. It isn't that I don't like to cook, it's that my sense of touch and smell are so dull, particularly the heat receptors on my non dominant arm, that I kind of have to stick my arm a couple inches above the burner just to figure out if it's hot or not. I mean, with my dominant arm, it could be basically right on top of the burner and I wouldn't feel a fucking thing. It's an electric one. Uh, I also just lost a lot of my ability to feel that. Fucking shit. 3-4 years ago? It was a very weird, very unfortunate accident. And I scalded pretty much the entire right front side of my body, so. First degree was not a fun day. Was not a fun day. Well, I was more pissed than in pain until a few hours later. Because, as it so happened, the reason why is because someone got in my way while I was handling some scalding hot food when I'd expressly told them, stay the hell out of my way. It was at home. It was the sibling I've all but disowned. So, you know. One of the many reasons, trust me. I told her, stay out of the way. This is hot. What'd she do? Goes out of her way to make it as much of a pain in the ass as possible to get it from A to B without me hurting myself. Assholes. Anyways, back to Veilguard, and back to one of the funniest areas. I love this quest because of the character you get here.
Let's hope our crow contact can meet us.
Welcome to Antiva. You must be Rook.
And you're Andaratea Cantori of the Crows?
Thea, please.
Come. My associate Viago is gathering the others. We can talk business when we arrive.
The documents, it's all there.
Our friends has come with us.
The Antom soldiers have made themselves at home here.
We have some.
Wait a minute.
For their
Wait a damn minute. Do I even have a source of that? Okay, I do not have source that, so I don't care about
Company for too long. The Antam reached a
that.
stalemate.
Okay,
and their
let's
war
see. I
was
think it
over.
was here.
Some turned here instead.
So I'll definitely need that.
Comfortable, and has no standing army to stop them.
The Anthem
Okay, so some I'm not going to buy as much. Heh. What sucks is this playthrough, this is the city I'm gonna have to sacrifice.
This occupation will not last. The Antivan crows remain. And one day, I will see a knife through every...
There comes a point that isn't actually that far after this, a few hours at most. And you have to choose which city that you're going to help, which one you're basically gonna have to sacrifice to the enemy. Because you don't have enough time to do both.
A casino?
Welcome to the Cantori Diamond.
Oh, you're allowed to come back, and you will come back repeatedly, but it's basically one of those big urgency attacks. You know, like, it's one of those split-second decisions. Because in one city, one of the gods you're trying to kick the shit out of is attacking. In the other city, the other god's attacking. So you have to make a choice. Which city do you leave to fend for itself?
You're the client.
This is Rook. Did you want a drink? I promise not to let Viago near it.
Viago de Riva, fifth talon. This is Caterina de la Morte, first talon of the Crows. An honor. And you are Ilario de la Morte, her grandson. What brings you here? Right. My target is a pair of elven gods, or that's what they call themselves. They're ancient blighted mages. My detect...
Okay, I need a moment to lower volume there. It's just on my end. Okay, there we go.
Tiv says you have a man who brought blood mages and Venatori to their knees.
Lucanus. My grandson. They called him the demon of Irantium. He was the one who did those jobs.
Sending a demon to take down a god. Sounds like a plan.
It's a nonsense plan, but that's not important. Lucanis de la Morte is dead.
What I say doesn't leave this room. The body our people brought back was not my grandson. It was dressed in his clothing, but it had been altered with blood magic to have his face.
My cousin is still alive, and you didn't think to tell me? His ship was attacked. We knew someone sold him out. So you kept your suspicions to yourself.
But you brought it up now. Why?
I've had eyes on the Venatori ever since they took my grandson from me. They were hunting your dread wolf. And what you did to his ritual threw them into disarray. They made mistakes. And now I have a location. The Oshuri, where the demon of Irantium is kept. Find this Oshuri. Free Lucanis. You'll have your god killer. And I'll have my grandson.
arranged a boat. One of our mages will meet us there.
A boat?
Did you think the Venatori would keep a normal prison? Or that one could hold the demon of Virantium? The ossuary lies beneath the sea. A fact I learned mere minutes ago.
Under the... Oh, this is gonna be just great.
You're not happy Katerina kept this from you.
Oh,
Would you be?
I realized I screwed up.
Family. Maybe she thought I'd act too rash if it meant saving him. And now, who can say he's even still alive? There.
Damn it.
You take the
And I don't suppose I have any nearby beacons active, do I? No, I don't. That's on me.
Are you coming with us?
It's possible we've been watched. If all of us vanish from the dock, you play the alluring hero. I know Treviso. If we have a deal, I have a better chance of distracting their interest.
So how do we get in?
You'll see.
Someone or something already took down the guards.
I can't decide if that's good or bad. But we have a demon to find. Any ideas?
So, the thing is, Lucanis, as an Antivan Crow, is a rogue. They're not all rogues, mind you, but it's a general thing. And unfortunately, the whole primers detonators thing of this game is a lot more primitive than it was in the prior game. Sadly. It's very class limited. There's fewer status effects you can use for
Look,
that purpose. They do a hell of a lot more damage, but
this is the ossuary. This doesn't look like any prison I've seen.
that's not really saying a whole hell of a lot. Okay. I always forget if I miss something over here. Nope. You know, every time I come here, I am awed by the design. Also, that ward is cracked. This place is leaking, sinking, and this place is leaking. Which is absolutely fucking terrifying. This is a thalassophobe's worst nightmare.
Oh, so the place is underwater and falling apart. That seems real safe.
This place is a thalassophobe, someone who's afraid of the ocean's worst nightmare.
All this is underwater. Did the enchantments containing this place ever fail?
Are we sure we want to do this, Rook? The Antivan Crows aren't really known for being loyal or helpful. They're mostly known for killing.
Killing is what we need, though.
Mm-hmm. 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 Adrenaline's a hell of a drug. And yeah, this is why I. Oh, this is the other reason why this hellscape would be a thalassophob's worst nightmare. That's magma. Like, if you look at the pan from the stream, yeah, you're not only under the ocean, you're basically right next to the Earth's crust or an active volcano. One or the other. Can you imagine being under the sea? Yeah, it's gorgeous, but it's also fucking terrifying. Oh, don't. Luckily, none of your party dies in this segment. You're here.
Which means that's the right direction.
Huh?
Then we break through.
Oh, no, no, no. There's magical wards here, see? Like. Part of why I mentioned bringing the wrong party member to this area is actually because the other one is like, well, you're in an ancient elven ruin. It's a miracle any of this shit's working. Not in as many... In a few more prosy words, but nonetheless, that is the general statement they make. You're in an ancient elven ruin. Miracle any of this works. Okay, break that. Break that. Really, I don't have to bother.
Alright, we're almost through.
Okay, first off, break that. I can loot it after. And here's where we get introduced to, arguably, my favorite character in the game. It's a tie between him and someone else.
We don't have to fight. We're just here for the Carnis Delamore. Get ready. Rising Hail, Dragon of Mystery. Lucican, Dragon of Night. Hear your faithful call. I'm guessing you're the reason we're here.
Who are you? Who sent you?
My name's Rook. Katerina sent me.
Katerina. But you're not a crow.
You weren't expecting a rescue. I wasn't expecting whatever that was.
Rook, he's possessed by a demon.
It's complicated.
Katerina promised us a mage killer if we broke you out of here.
I can still work.
Good. Because I'm pretty sure more Venatori are on their way. We have to get moving.
They have a vial.
Okay, I need to tweak the audio settings again. I can barely hear it. Let's see. Audio balance. I think that should do it.
Of my blood.
Yeah,
They can
that
use it to
did it.
control me. I cannot leave it in their hands. And I had a contract when I was captured. One of my targets is here. Caliban. Crows don't break contracts.
So, if you pay attention to the dialogue wheel, it's basically, for this choice, it's positive affirmation, snark or jester, the no-nonsense tough guy act. Shit.
Fine, but we make it quick.
I'll owe you.
I'm sure we'll owe each other before this is all over. Let's go.
I always pick the snarky one just because it's the funniest of them.
So,
Quite
first
bluntly.
order of business?
Blood first, then my target. Caliban, the prison warden.
Where do we find them?
In the tower, there's a bridge.
Not anymore. We'll have to find another way across.
Mages, my
It's all good.
specialty.
Yeah, they actually did this in Inquisition 2. I think it was a staple as of... Oh, hell nah. Shit. Yeah.
Alright, one of them has a key.
Yeah. Luckily, this game doesn't really do the Paragon Renegade.
Where would they keep vials
But-
of blood?
Caliban keeps it under guard. Blood is the only thing that can bind a demon. If they lose it,
Then it's
It
chaos.
depends on the segment. Like this one, your choices really don't matter. Typically, you'll have an icon that's either like 3 arrows. All seem neutral, but that's typically where it matters. The earliest choice that you can make was actually on... It was part of my first playthrough,
they weaken the veil.
because I know I got that
And
section in
somewhere they get
particular.
from the
Okay,
other
if I
side.
recall correctly.
Any
Yep.
spirit
Can I get a
can
clear
become
shot
a
from here?
demon.
Yes.
Zara
Good.
didn't give them a choice.
So,
Zara.
anyways,
Zara Renata. There might be a higher-ranking Venatori somewhere, but I don't know of one. This place is on her.
the, hello. Okay. Where was it? Oh, yeah. They do affect certain dialogues, and they do affect certain later dialogues as well. There are only a few that are truly story-altering, and they're typically just... The game typically tells you it's a choice. It's not just random bullshit. Okay, that is much better than what I've got right now by a mile, simply because of how the game works. So, if you ever pick the game up, it's actually worth it to not use your resources enhancing unless you're just that far behind on gear you want to use. Because the game automatically gives you gear at the highest possible level you can enhance it to. But,
Corpses
anyways,
possessed by demons. Watch out.
as you were.
Zara Renata's work. This place exists for her to make new, worse kinds of demons.
Okay. You know? Wait a minute. Okay, if I recall correctly... It's either going to be over here... No. It's going to be tucked away somewhere. It's going to be tucked away somewhere. It has to be accessible without jumping or without evading. So... more or less, I have to look around for a power crystal that's at some point on this level, or some point in this particular nook. Yeah. It's all good. Now, I know it's around here somewhere. They never take them very far because you can't actually jump while you're dragging one of them fucking things behind you. It might just be past this little wave of enemies, then.
Venatori ahead.
Mine.
Wait. What the f... Where the fuck did that guy come? Okay, let's see. Give them away.
Venatori ahead.
Mine.
Son of a bitch.
You sure about this? Abominations.
We made a deal with the crows to bring him back. And don't forget that it's gods we're up against.
Right. Well, abominations never end well. Just remember, I warned you. So the vial of blood the Venatori took from you...
It's for blood magic, to control me, and the demon. Until it's gone, I cannot touch Caliban.
Well, this is my second playthrough, so that should tell you a lot. Yeah. Yeah, it's honestly, I've been waiting about as long between it and Dragon's Dogma 2. I would say I like it just that little bit more than DD2.
Great. Now what?
DD2 is a good game for what it is, but I have to say for what it is and what they're working with, what they were working with. But this one, shit. This one is a fun game. Chaotic, absolute mayhem, right? Applies, and shit. I do not have a Sunder detonator because I don't have a mage. I have a weakened detonator because I'm a warrior.
Blood mages, they never learn. Zara can summon all the demons she wants, but you don't have to obey her.
Dropkick! Where are you? There you are! Oh, shit! Nope, that is not the one I was looking. And there's the boss. Now for the trash.
What did Zara want all these undead for? Nothing. Those are the failures.
Those are failures. What does success look like?
She took the best results out a few days ago, but some of the demons she created are still here.
Okay, let's see. I know there's a way up. I know there... Right, ladder. Duh. Blind. And, yeah, no. I beat Veilguard actually on the stream that I posted earlier where it just gave me the generic Twitch banner shit. Because sometimes, using the app, I've learned that it's just 50-50. It does what it wants. It doesn't do what I want it to. Like, it'll either share the link as, hey, what I actually said, or it'll share it as the generic, bland, unbranded shit I have, because I just don't have a brand. I don't have an avatar, I don't have the funds for that shit, I just don't have the... Yeah, it's a matter of the funds and other stuff for my hobbies, you know? Like, and frankly, I have a lot of hobbies. Gotta keep myself... Like, as I mentioned to Mirai earlier, I do draw as a pastime thing, but really I'm more... Yeah, I'll share after the stream and later. I'll try to take some pictures. Right. Finally, necrotic damage and better stagger. I'll share probably in DMs later after this, but, you know, I make it a habit not to make promises I can't keep. I know where the sketchbook is, or should be. Right, okay, that just opened this way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, like, I feel that. Drop kick! In what? Oh, you're watching? Yeah. Every class has a ranged attack, which is a lot different than prior games. Oh, watch this. Here comes the ult! Yeah. Every class has a default ultimate and one that you unlock, and 3 possible alternatives you unlock through specializations. Warrior's default is that ground and pound. I like to call that kind of attack a tantrum, honestly, because that's what it looks like. Yeah, like,
Caliban. You said he's the one in charge?
yeah, like, you want stuff like your default attack being Dropkick,
My target a year ago. Now we both
which is, as you saw, the default, like, hold up, okay, yeah, I'll take that for the moment. Hopefully it didn't override the one I had equipped. Better make sure of that. Son of a fat. Okay, that's on me. Alright, that's only for projectile abilities. Do I have any projectile? Please tell me. Yes! Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, let's see. Driving kick, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. This tree right here is the middle tree, the basic. You will get these just outright for picking the class. This one when you unlock ult. This one just as your starting offensive ability. And that's what I love. You get a drop kick, yes. A full body WWE style drop kick. Like, you mean like what I'm about to do to all 5 of these guys? Or as many as... Bear witness! Oh, hey. What is this little guy gonna do to us? This. They drop loot when there's a chance, yeah. Ow. Yes, I did just punt that one unto hell and heaven. Okay. Bro was like, I'm out. Gotta make use of the economy. Like, I played ESO. I am very familiar with just how wild those economies can get. There's always a soul gem market. I had to drop it from my PC for the same reason I had to drop everything else I play. Too much space on a 4 or so year old Alienware, so Dell, laptop. And yeah, no, like, what I love about Warrior in this, I swear to God. Oh, hey, look.
Let me hit him first, then you can take him down.
This is one of the other cool ones that Warriors have. They can rebound their shield, or rebound their shield during the toss. And outside of the... So... Not only does yeah. And Warriors can choose to quick swap to two-handed weapons too. Similarly, mages have access to a dagger and orb combo for melee, and their staff as well. Rogues are the only one that do not have a second weapon to equip, actually. But to be fair, rogues have a bow that they pull out for their ranged attacks, and a sword and rapier combo for their normal melee combos, which is a difference from Inquisition, because Inquisition rogues had to choose between melee, double dagger, or
I don't like this.
Have much time.
Frick. In Inquisition, they had to choose between playing bow or dual dagger. In this game, it's dual swords and using the bow as your ranged weapon. While warriors get to use their shield as their ranged option.
Easy enough.
They get to Captain America their enemies.
I'm on it.
How are we supposed to find this thing?
I know it's here. We can smell it.
Yeah. Those gauntlet type bosses can be absolute misery. Like, I admit, I had to drop FF14 because time and money myself. As I said, I have a lot of hobbies, played a lot of games. Time, space, money, you know, all that. Was this the one I think it is? Yes! No, I just never had a team, but I'm familiar with gauntlet-style bosses from other games. Like, I played ESO, I didn't raid there either. I was actually more of a crafter that only did shit for my friends, honestly.
We need to get that barrier down.
Like, imagine looking at someone that's 50 in every king crafting tree in ESO and got to 50 up there with the fastest of them in the jewelry crafting when it was launched. Simply because I spent that much damn time on it. In which game? Ah. Yeah.
There, just 2 left now.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just because of the effort and commitment that I had to drop a lot of these games. And
There. Just one crystal between us and the
oh,
other side of the
yeah, so this was what I meant to showcase earlier. You can rebound it up to 3 times, but you have to time it. Like, here, then here, then here. Oh, no. No, it is only the 2. Or it's just up to... Let's see. Nope. No, it might very well be that you just can't rebound it that 3rd time. Yeah. You have 3 chucks, basically. Which is still a lot. Yeah, and it's counted as ranged attack damage, which is important. Because ranged attack deals bonus to barriers.
That's the one. It has to.
And heavies, which is what the shield slam here is, deal bonus damage to armor. And as you can see, it's a 3-hit combo with it on its own, but you can end your basic normal attack combo on that instead of that. You can tell when they readjusted their grip on the weapon where the combo finisher is. It's... yeah. Like, if you see here with the sword, they readjust the grip after that 4th hit. And... there we go.
It's finally gone.
So now what?
Now we find Caliban.
Rook?
It's us against gods, Harding.
I am right here, you know.
It's fine. We can talk about something else. What's Katerina like?
After so long in this pit, I barely remember.
This was entirely unnecessary. Zara and her little jests. He's already the demon of Virantium. Won't this be ironic? Hilarious. And now look at the mess you've made of my facility. She always leaves me to clean up.
So this is Caliban.
He is the target I was sent for a year ago. A crow never abandons a contract.
What did they offer you in exchange for my Earth of Crow? Was it worth it?
Okay, yeah, no, I am not dealing with this shit right now. I am popping ult as soon as the battle begins here, bro.
I am in control here.
Yeah, totally in control, right, pal? Wait. Wait! Ah!
You are nothing to the Venatori.
Okay, phase shift in 3%. Okay. No, a little more than that. Yes, Hi, ugly. Come out, Catavan.
I will have order. I will not be defeated. No, I will not be a victim like the others. I refuse to fall.
The crows send their regards.
So, we got your target.
Yes, the job's done.
Smells like blood. Ashes. Not done, not yet.
Lucanus, are you alright? Lucanus? What are you looking at?
Careful. They know we're not right.
You cannot see him. I wondered.
We clearly have things to discuss. Somewhere else.
Agreed. I think it's time I got some air.
Ugh. I forget which of these do I care more about having. Yeah, we're gonna take Providence. Huh. I just noticed the game kicks up a little cloud when you perform a jumping attack at the impact site. Or certain other attacks that have downward momentum. Wait.
Shall we go?
Shit. I accidentally...
Soon. Let me...
I realized I've almost talked to him without looting something. Or almost left without looting. Oh yeah, Lucanis. That's his default. That's his default gear. His Hero of the Veilguard gear is is just basically that, but a lot fancier. Crow feather and all that. Which, he's part of a faction called the Antivan Crows. What do you expect? He's on brand. And, okay, so there is a boss that you fight as part of a side quest way later in the game. Way later. Called the Scarecrow. It is a demon possessing a scarecrow. If you take him to that fight, he says, it was constantly telling me and Spite to fly away. The scarecrow did not approve of me bringing a crow to fight that. Because, yes, the game does leave certain details or have certain dialogues if and only if you bring certain party members to some engagements. Which I find fucking hilarious, but also on brand. Dragon Age.
Shall we go?
Yeah, like,
I'm ready to get out of this.
Origins in particular was actually really notorious for specific encounters and specific engagements or interactions triggering other events. That would probably be Flemeth then, the end of Morrigan's quest line. Because the only one with any dragon shapeshifter involved was Morrigan. And the only time you fight a dragon other than the Archdemon in Origins was when you were fighting to kill Flemeth. I remember that. I remember the fact that if you did the Urn of Sacred Ashes quest line and chose to defile the ashes to unlock the Reaver class by sprinkling dragon blood on it, you would then get into a fight with both Leliana and Wynn and have to kill them. Because you needed to have a high enough persuasion and a high enough approval from them first before you could persuade them out of that course of action. Or persuade them to not fight if you took that course. That unlocked the Reaver specialization for the warrior class of that game. And Reaver, which was replaced by Reaper in this game, and yes, it has a scythe.
Imagine how
it is very much the berserker type tank. The guy that gets stronger, the lower his health gets. Because that's how I view berserkers. They're best described by Inquisition's own by one of the core passives you have to purchase to advance the Reaver tree. They thought you would get weaker when they wounded you. They were wrong. And to be fair, that's also a passive in the Necromancer tree too. The lower your health gets, the more damage you deal. Yeah, yeah, and it also accounts for the lower the enemy health gets. Like, it goes both ways. Desperation as a passive is the lower yours and the enemy's health, the more damage you deal. So, yeah. And the Reaver, I remember very well, the Reaver in Inquisition was actually one of the most terrifying iterations of it. Because of how readily it had access to its lifesteal ability. It's like, oh cool, I'm sacrificing 25% max health. But for every one of you caught in this radius, I'm getting that back. Or I'm getting enough of it back to make up for it. Because Inquisition in particular had no extra health regen sources. In fact, that was one of the core points they made about the game was that in the prior 2 games, as long as you hoarded enough potions, you were fine. You didn't have to care about fights, because you could just brute force your way through them with enough potions and enough fucks you could not give. Inquisition was where they changed that, and they kept that limit in this game, but left little potion drops all over the field, the green pots. And if you're wounded, but capped on potions, and you walk over them, it automatically uses them.
Oh, I feel.
But, yeah, the other thing, some of the other core things from Origins that I remember, as far as major decisions went, included the fact that you had the option to have that kid with Morrigan to absorb the Archdemon's essence. That is clearly not the route the games went afterwards, because if you go by the default world state of Inquisition and this game, she doesn't have a kid. There is no offspring of Morrigan. Which means that the main character, the Grey Warden, sacrificed themselves at the end of Origins, canonically. Yeah. There's... That possibility was only written into Inquisition, but that was it. You had to alter the world state through either the Keep, which is no longer online, or other means. But it was something only accounted for in Inquisition. And it was crossed off as a possibility for this game as well. Like, this game is where they are starting to actually harden the canon lines, you know? Some of the older things just do not happen as they were. Like, it's... I didn't beat the game by using the default world state, so I don't know how things are going to play out later. I'll figure that out when I get there. But I do know that by default, it does place the Inquisitor as a female elf. Because I was screwing around with the world state.
Make it.
Look at this. What happened here? A message from Zara Renata. I can't believe it. You're home. Zara? Her people got this close?
The woman who runs the prison.
The Venatori witch who captured me.
Revenge for the breakout, maybe.
Where's Katerina?
She's...
The Venatori caught her in their confusion.
I get one of you back, only to lose the other.
Lucanis, I'm so sorry.
Yzmot would have been 10.
I need to work.
Are you sure? You should take some time.
I don't need time. I need a target. You just got here, and already you want to leave again? Katerina gave me a contract. I'm not breaking the last deal she ever made. And I owe Rook. Once that's done, I'll come home.
Can't say your new contract's easy, but we'll be as quick as we can.
Cousin, when you find Sarah, I need to be there.
We are under attack. Antam on one side and our Venatori on the other. Forget revenge. We need you.
No, Viago. Sarah came for us here, in my house. She took Katerina from my house. You find her and cut her heart out, Lucanis. Vi and I will hold down the fort.
I'll give her your regards, Dea.
For Katerina.
The crows had lost a talon, but the demon of Virantium was free at last. Sooner or later, debts new and old would come due.
Mm-hmm.
And they would all be paid in blood.
They're the same thing. Mostly, kind of.
Except one will manipulate you, or kill you, or both.
But how do you get rid of them?
What's everyone talking about?
Spite.
The demon in Lucanus? When a person gets possessed, the demon usually takes control.
And they turn into a monster. The spirit just molds them however they want.
I've heard of abominations being cured by killing the demon in the Fade. That's not a sure bet, though.
Well, there's one way, but it's, well... We'd have to,
You'd have to kill me. Well, that's awkward.
Also, on the topic of super boss gauntlets from a while back, one of the roughest one I ever had to do was actually at the end of Tales of Arise, because I just kind of walked into the gauntlet, and like you pick up a side quest, it's like, yeah, you can fight bosses you had prior, and it leads into a gauntlet mode. It's one of the last 2 or 3 side quests you can pick up in the whole damn game, because it's a post-game side quest. And it was painful. Yeah, yeah, I can't do those no-hit challenges for 2 reasons. My joints are extremely messed up. Carpal tunnel, ulnar nerve injuries in both hands, and my eyesight is extremely bad. Like, you wouldn't think it when you watch me pick off stuff from downtown, like I seem to be able to with the shield in this game, in Veilguard. But every time I do that, I am shutting one of my eyes for accuracy. Like, yeah, like, I am about, at most, around 3 feet from my TV. And, yeah, like, at 3 feet from my TV, hell, I have to do that if my monitor's basically in my face, too. Because my left eye is just too damaged from... Well, both my eyes are extremely damaged. It's not from... It's not from the TV or the screens either. Astigmatism, uveitis that wrecked my left eye, and the blood vessels in both my eyes attached to the pupils, which caused an awkward split in my vision. If one eye is open, I am seeing in double. If both are open, I'm seeing in quadruple. It really fucks with your sense of accuracy, because it's an awkward partial split, not a full one. A lot of what I know how to do in games is more muscle memory and just a general throw it at a wall and guess. Genuinely.
He's fun. You're never fun. I want to talk to him.
Before we do, well, that, let's think this through some more. There has to be a solution.
I have people in Marathas I can ask, but I wouldn't get my hopes up.
All right. So what next?
Let me talk to them. I want to talk to...
Lucanus!
No. It's fine. I'm fine.
Don't pretend this is all right. It wouldn't be fine if another person did it.
No,
Didn't
but there's
mean
nothing I
pick
can
that
do about
option.
it. If it were another person, I could solve this with a knife. Just give me a minute. He'll get bored once everyone leaves.
I know things have been complicated, but I'm glad you're here, Lucanus.
Contract aside, I owe you a debt.
Lucanus.
Please.
Antiva is in rough shape under the Antam's occupation. I should see how the crows are doing.
And this is one of my favorite. Oh no, it's all good. This is about to be one of my favorite character interactions in this game.
You asked for time. Is this long enough?
Yes, my head's clearer. Though I would kill for a decent cup of coffee.
Have you? For coffee, I mean?
Not today. You've got questions. You might as well ask them.
You're the best mage killer in the Antivan Crows. So how'd the Venatori catch you?
Someone set me up. I had a contract for Colivan, in the ossuary. I took a ship from Treviso to Inrathus. They were waiting for me. Knew which ship and when it would arrive. I don't know how they convinced the Crows I was dead, but I woke up in the ossuary with Zara gloating about it.
I know Katerina volunteered you to work with us. Are you okay with that?
When the first talent of the Crows gives you a job, you do it. Especially if she's your grandmother. But there's plenty of reason for me to work with you beyond that, Rook.
Such as?
I owe you a debt, for one. And after a year in that hole, maybe I'm looking forward to stabbing a god or two in the back.
The crossroads can be dicey, but the lighthouse is safe. Oh, and if you see a spirit around called the Caretaker, they're friendly.
After the ossuary, that will be a pleasant change. You haven't asked about Spite.
From what I've seen, I'd say he picked the right name.
He's stronger when I sleep, so I try not to do it much. No one was in the ossuary by choice, not even the demons. We both did what we had to get out of there.
So, if you're an abomination...
I suppose I should get used to that.
But I heard that only mages can get possessed by demons.
I'm skilled with a blade, but I promise you, without Spite, I have the magical talent of a brick. There must be some difference between a demon deceiving their way into a body and being forced into one. Only Zara knows for sure.
This is one of my favorite character interactions, just because of the I would kill for a decent cup of coffee and this ending dialogue line.
We should know. Is there anything in particular that upsets Spite?
Not getting his way. Getting his way and not liking the outcome.
Sounds like a child.
Have you seen a child when they realize they don't control the world? Except Spite's anger has real power behind it. Leave Spite to me. If he's trapped in this world, he has good reason to fight for it. For now, I must honor our contract. Gods, magic, politics. Things are going to get very bloody.
Okay, that did something.
Ollie. That was our... Sorry about that. The dog gets damn loud. Oh yeah. So, here's what I find funny. You would think throwing out a siege bomb, a cluster bomb, would be an ultimate. It is not. It just costs 100 rage, which means you still have to build it up either way. Because the only passive that reduces... You have one passive that reduces decay rate, and another that caps it at 50 minimum decay. Now, you would think that one would be down the path that leads to at least one of those 100 rage abilities. It is not. You can completely spec past it to get to one of the others. But obviously, I'm going to spec into it myself. I don't like having to rely on my cooldown abilities before my others. Shiki Oji.
I'm heading out to practice my new magic. I could use some moral support. I really have to get better at using my new abilities. Don't want to drop a rock on someone's head.
Oh, shit! No! Okay. Try again. Deep breaths. There. Oh, God, damn it! Oh no! Sorry. Just breaking things.
Take a deep breath. Let's talk this through.
I wish I could, but I can't. Not right now. My thoughts just keep bouncing around, won't line up. The Illuvian was easy. Once I replaced the resonance crystals, adjusted the lyrium lens, it worked fine. I mean, I had to realign the matrices, but it just worked. Not like this thing.
This stuff's thousands of years old.
Nobody could figure it out right away. Also, what is it exactly?
It's the Nodus Durthalin, the 8th archive. I heard it was gone forever, but here it is.
So, what does it do?
It knows things, whatever its creator knew, at least. So much knowledge, all the wonders of Elvenon. Or at least bits of
It's
them,
amazing
which
what
is
people
more
will
than we
shell out
have.
for a cosmetic or
Once
to
I figure
flex.
it out, at least, whoever made it was powerful, but clumsy. It's resonating off tempo. Need to match it. First, introduce a microfracture, but before that, you'll need fade harmonics, so... Sorry, I ramble sometimes. I'm a rambler. Ruined a lot of relationships. Most of the people I
Hey, I
didn't
won!
care for it. And I'm doing it again.
I've been known to ramble now and then. Sometimes I get ahead of my thoughts, and when I try to sort them out, they're all jumbled.
Right, and they're
I can believe it.
and fast, and you can only catch some of them. Oh, I wish I could catch the thought that would let me fix this thing. I'll get back to it soon.
Yeah.
But I think I need a break. Maybe take a nap, and I can finish later.
Personally, I always endorse napping.
Right. Never underestimate a good nap. Anyways, let me know if you need me. I'll be ready.
They'd found someone who could fix their mirror. One of Arlathan's own veil jumpers. Just what they were looking for. And Bellara had found something else. An artifact that held a wealth of lost knowledge. But a prize like that was going to attract more attention than they'd bargained for.
Okay, one moment. Okay. Let's see.
Abundance.
Nice. Holy shit. Well, to be fair, someone in my FC gave me, they mailed like 15 million gil just for my birthday. That was a couple years back when I was still an active player. I'm like, what?
The dock's been fixed. The caretaker must be regaining control of the crossroads.
Places between.
That scent. Can't place it.
For a moment, it smelled like Docktown after it rains.
Could be magic from the ancient elves. We have the Anton here.
Whose pockets did you run for those? For that? Let's see if I can't multi. Listen here, you fucking clanker!
Guardians, now the Artar. Stay alert.
Goddamn. Fucking clanker. Yeah, I don't like the constructs, you can kind of tell. So this game does have dynamic scaling, by the way. If you're below a certain level, it won't scale them down to you. But if you're above that level, it'll scale them up to around your level range. Like, nice.
When did the troubles begin? The whole Be happy to sell you a bit or a bob. Or both.
Okay, so that one is the same across. Interesting.
Till next time.
So, hiring the demon of Virantium was your suggestion.
It was a possible lead. Finding things and tracking Venatori. That's what I'm here for.
After all the jobs I did him in Rathis, the last thing I expected was a Devinter mage to be involved in breaking
Impressive, Rook.
So, hiring the demon of Virantium was your suggestion.
It was a possible lead. Finding things and tracking Venatori. That's what I'm here for.
After all the jobs I did in Minrathis, the last thing I expected was a Tevinter mage to be involved in breaking me out.
Well, good. I hate for assassins to find me predictable.
Trapped. Can't get out. Oh, it hurts. It's dark. Please. They didn't know what to do. They didn't want to die. Stop the thoughts. Stop the fears. Quiet, please. Make it quiet.
This is how it starts. Emotion overwhelms the spirit, and it goes bad.
Could this spirit sense the agony of the Dalish who recently died in the forest?
Help them. Help me. I can't lose the horn.
Hey, yeah.
I mean, that tracks. People complain loudly enough and anything gets nerfed. They just did that with the new modifier introduced in Destiny 2's current act.
This should be perfect.
Although,
It's
I'll
wide
be
open,
honest,
lots of rocks, and away from people.
they shouldn't have gone as hard on the damage reduction,
Oh, this sounds exciting.
but
I know. Come on.
in that same vein, if they'd also,
Getting up high for good vantage.
it could also be said that
For practice.
instead, they could have also just either reduced damage or increased the timer you have after it pings. Because the modifier itself caused enemies to drop explosives that looked like pickups. So, you know, it was one of those really cruel modifiers. And honestly, the increased timer was would be more than enough. Because you don't always have the chance to get the fuck out of range if you're being bombarded by 15 enemies and your only path is through all the exploding things. Happened to me more than a few times.
See this rock? I'm gonna move it.
Wondering...
Ugh. Awkward.
Yoshi P, save us.
Why are you just standing there?
Do you want me to turn around? Give you two some privacy?
But I did it before, when we were fighting
Yeah.
Darkspawn.
We were in danger. Maybe that helped.
So, a mental cue. Some kind of emotional trigger.
Maybe you could think about how your abilities protect us.
Instinct. Protection. Shield myself. Shield others. If I had this magic before, I could have... I could have protected the people who matter.
You can't blame yourself for everything. It'll destroy you.
Some thoughts just come. They leave their mark.
I mean,
Even when you
that's
push 'em away.
like one of my favorite characters from Elder Scrolls Online. An NPC is named No Fingers, and they're an animal handler. They're an Argonian who has every bit and piece intact. And when you ask them, why did you pick the name No Fingers? Because the moment I changed my name to Lost No Fingers, a Guarl ripped my entire arm off. That's an actual dialogue in the game, and I love it because it's pretty memorable. Because his whole job is animal whisperer of the tribe. And, you know, you just find some weird and wild names out there. I'm going to point out that I have seen, playing Destiny over the course of my history, Zavala's bathwater. Lord Shax's left nut. Lord Shax's right nut. The shaft of Lord Shax. Marsov's right cheek. Do I need to continue? I had to start taking screenshots because some of them got outlandish.
Either way, I think I'll need more practice with this. Don't you?
I wonder what's up there. Think you could find us a route?
Maybe. I'll take a look.
I bet you could move this to give us something to climb on.
I mean...
Of course.
Yeah.
Well done. Let's find another rock for you to practice on.
I really don't get to say anything because of some of the names I've seen, you know? Ah, wrong. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, that's funny though. That's great. One of the other random name, or no, wait. I remember. I think I shared it actually in the hub chat. One moment. But I remember one time General had some wild fucking. No, it wasn't even General. It was Sprout Chat. And it had a wild-ass conversation. Let's see. Search image from... Okay. I swore I shared it in this one anyways. Media. Okay, so there's one from way back when I started. Tanks are the accelerators, healers are the brakes, DPS are the screaming kids in the back. Don't make me turn this dungeon group around. That was not the screenshots that I was thinking of, though. Oh, yep, nope. The last set of things I shared in the FFX14 hub were, in fact, the screenshots about Con E. Senna and her inclinations. There's a reason her guards are so blank-faced, and they've seen some shit. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
I was just saying something, wasn't I? Huh. Just came to me.
Yeah. Look, I had to get used to her in particular because I started as a Lancer. Dragoon has always been one of my favorite classes.
Got it.
Conceptually, if not in actuality.
We're getting good.
And anyways, that entire dialogue, that entire chatter and banter was... Yeah, no, I am still streaming. I am not going to repeat any of it. Just type in... Just use Hub, search the media tab, and then look for From Me, and you will see what I am talking about.
And they feel different. That one's granite. That one's slate. I think that one might be quartz. I wonder if the rock's composition affects my magic. Sorry, just thinking out loud. Let's get back to it. Practicing, I mean.
And, yeah, no, like... There's many reasons, and I remember that one of the reasons I was hunting it down is because I remembered bringing it up to several members of the server, just that there was a time where it,
What was that?
Someone's in trouble.
where I just didn't mention it, or I completely frickin' forgot about it.
Someone's in trouble. We need to go.
And it will definitely be the topmost set of screenshots because I was not able to crop it at that point in time.
Hold on. Up over there. I bet that's where he is.
Indeed they are.
There's no way up from here. Let's look around.
How about if you move this rock? There he is. Let's hurry.
Yeah, waterside properties are always extremely expensive in comparison to the rest.
For sure.
It's the appeal.
Harding wouldn't let that happen.
The rocks. How did you do that?
That would also cost a hell of a lot. Renovation's expensive.
Harding?
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Sister, I feel you, touched by the ancients as I was. Find me. Look to those closest to the stone.
I can believe it.
And find me.
Harding, what's wrong? What are you hearing?
I'm sorry. Let's just get our friend to safety, and then we'll talk.
That's good. Oof. Apparently the far side. Yeah. Like, I know internet over here takes a massive shit on itself when the weather cools down. No, not really.
Huh. The giant owl. Must be something to this. What the heck? Whole forest is weird. Here goes nothing. Look at that.
Hoot. Alright. Right, I can't do anything with this part of the area yet, so it's this way I go. Right.
Any ideas what that does?
I bet it taps into the Fade. But how is the question? Elven artifacts can get complicated.
Maybe it's connected to all the floating ruins. The horrible way to go.
It would make a good trap. A target wouldn't see it coming.
Let's not stick around and become dessert.
Okay, that door is warded, so I can't do shit all about it right now.
Company, get ready.
Come on, please tell me. Nope. But a couple more dings and stackers. No, there isn't.
Beat the odds there.
Nope, the other one is most assuredly dead as screw. Oh shit!
Found something.
Ah.
A Hala statuette. They died holding this. And all these Hala corpses. Didn't that spirit say something about Hala?
Tracking Hala. Getting lost in the dark. Then trouble.
Isn't that usually how it is? Okay, I'm really going to have to hope I pick the right dialogue choices for
Might be
the
able to restore that bridge.
line that
shortcut if we ever need it.
leads to something funny here. Because, oh shit! Almost flung myself off the cliff there.
Look at this. I bet it came in handy. You have to hand it to the ancient elves. They love their statues. Such craftsmanship. Handmade from stone.
People have been killed for less.
People have been killed for less. I did not have Lucanius when I did this the first time. I had Harding. So hearing that... Harding... Yeah. Just the whole hand dialogue. And because you're passing by a big-ass stone hand. Multiple of them, actually. Oh, shit! Oh, I hate this. Need to trigger that to advance. Right, I forgot. You guys... You would see half of the phase and then die right after. Okay, nope, that is not the way up I was intended to take. Okay, so let's see, that one is powered by that. You know I figured this puzzle out the first time. It just took some finagling and some finesse that I clearly do not remember. Means then... This game is... Yeah. This game is very puzzle heavy, too. Yeah. The puzzles are mostly for loot, rather than actual, you know, story prog, luckily, but... When you put a chest behind a barrier, expect your player base to look for the way around that barrier, or the way to disable that damn barrier. Nope, that ladder is indeed where I was supposed to drop off. I think. Maybe. Oh, I'm blind. Once again, I missed the ladder right there.
Let's see if we can figure this out.
¿No quieres taco? Yeah, that's a mode. Let's go gambling! Yeah. Come on. Damn, didn't make that pop. Oh? Nice. Yeah.
Did it?
Oh, that's sweet. That's always a good feeling. Wrecking in the high ballers. Or the high rollers. Nice.
Another statue. There's an elf out there somewhere who really likes owls. Look at that.
About to have a problem.
statues don't look right.
Looks like wood, and they're not just statues. I think these were people.
What happened to them? It's like they were frozen mid-stride.
They're trees. They would have felt themselves being transformed by magic and could not escape.
We saw another one of these corpses earlier. It must be happening all over. And the spirit must have sensed it. Another one of those owl statues.
Oh shit!
Look at that.
Oh god damn it, game. Please. Good. Good to see I found the obligatory bug that stayed with the patch.
We've got company.
Well, whatever company God can bite me.
What do we have? Pit? They came in for shelter and couldn't get out. The spirit probably felt their fear too.
Without consumables. Alright. I'm going... Yeah. I'm going to cut stream here for the time being.